Sherdog.com here with Dustin Poirier just ahead of your bout with Jim Miller. Talk about Jim Miller as an opponent. This is a good name for you. This guy that's not just a veteran of the sport, a UFC veteran, almost 10 years into just the UFC.
You know, Jim Miller's a quality win for anybody. He's a guy who's always been near the top of the pack for years. He's got a lot of fights in the UFC, like you said. I think maybe tied or might have the most fights in lightweight history, or most wins in lightweight history. He's a guy who's always relevant. He might not be in the top 10, but I've been watching him fight for a long time before I was in the UFC. I have a lot of respect for him. Seems like a nice guy, but Saturday night we handle business.
You've had the opportunity to fight the elite at 145. Since you moved to 155, you've rattled off quite a few good wins in a row. You had the misstep against Michael Johnson. Where are you mentally right now after a loss like that?
You know, every loss hurts. Every loss sets you back, especially when you make elementary mistakes that cost you the fight. But this is fighting, man. I know what I'm getting into. I know it can happen. I've been on the other side of it many more times than I've been on that side of it. You know, you make mistakes in this sport. Shit happens like that. So, you know, I pick my head back up, get back to the gym, get back to work, see what I did wrong, sharpen up spots that need sharpening, and stay focused and stay committed to my craft. You know, guys like him, or fights that kind of unfold like that, I get emotional, man. And every time I get emotional, I make huge mistakes, and I just need to fight technique, you know, and be smart and use the skills that I have, and don't make it personal. Just go out there and perform, and that's what I'm going to do Saturday night.
What's the long-term goals for you here at 155 pounds? Does it bother you at all that you have a champion, Conor McGregor, here, that he's on his own schedule, that the title's kind of held hostage a little bit by that?
I believe I have a few fights before I even need to worry about where the title, whose hand the title's in, or who's holding it for too long or defending it. You know, I got other business to take care of before that's an argument or a thing that I'm worried about. But of course, why is anybody fighting besides to be the best? Of course, the title's the goal. If I have a good year, I can be fighting for the belt at the end of this year or early next year, and I really believe that's a possibility.